What is up, Lost Ark gamers? Welcome back to another Lost Ark video. Today, I figured I'd sit down since we got Elgacia / Kayangel dungeon coming out relatively soon. As of the date of this posted video, we're just under a week before it comes out. Next patch should be coming out, and I figured I'd just kind of sit down and talk about my thoughts on if I think you should rush to 1580 or just chill and slowly work on it until a con comes out. Spoiler, I think you should slowly work on it. I don't think you need to rush to 1580. If your main is 1580, that's fair enough. I think if you're a long-time player and somebody that spends a good amount of time in the game, you will probably already be 1580 on your main. Otherwise, you'll probably get there if you play semi-consistently in the game. It's not overwhelmingly hard to get to 1580. Getting to it on multiple characters is quite hard, and I wouldn't recommend that. And I wouldn't recommend rushing to 1580 on your main either if you're not there yet, because you have until August until a con's out, and a con is what I would say is the, quote, content wall, quote, that you should be honing to. And, I mean, only you know your current situation, but I think the vast majority of people will be able to amass enough resources that are untradeable in order to hit that 1580 mark by August. So that's enough of being in-game. Let's pop on over to Reddit here. As always, we have a post here by Sivo. Sivo always makes good stuff. This is just showing the list of rewards between normal and hard. So we take a look at this here. Normal is 1540. Hard is 1580. Kayangel is relatively challenging abyss dungeon with 2 difficulties split to 4 gates. So each of them have 4 gates, normal or hard. You can only do one version of each, so if you run hard, you can't run normal on that character, etc. Makes sense? The rewards include upgrade materials for level 3 sets and ancient ability stones. This is when DPS card set, Kalzaros, Legion Commander, and support card set Master Spears come into play. They're weak to dark damage. Ability stone upgrades. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4. New materials allow you to upgrade your relic stone into ancient stone. Ancient stones cannot be dropped. They can only be obtained through upgrading. There are 4 tiers, each one adding more HP and vigor. This is the requirement to upgrade them. 4 of this, 6k, 4 of this, 6k, 4 of this, 6k, and 4 of this, 6k. Very cool. I will henceforth be referring to them as Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4 materials. So, it says here, you can upgrade from Tier 1 to Tier 2 materials. Upgrade material drops are RNG, but you can trade them for the next tier at the vendor. So, 9 Tier 1 materials is 1 Tier 2, 7 Tier 2s is 1 Tier 3, 5 Tier 3s is 1 Tier 4. Makes sense? Level 3 set. Upgrade is very similar to how you do it with Clown with the horns. It's quite literally the exact same thing, but instead of horns, it's like these circles of light. And you also get tickets. In this case, they're black orbs instead of actual tickets. Similar to Brelshaws and Clown, etc., etc. You know how that works if you're here, I hope. But the gist of it is, normal rewards are this. You kind of see, you get Tier 1 materials, you get Tier 2 materials, you get Tier 3 materials. Makes sense? You get 3 orbs, base, 3 from the chest, 3 from the auction. And these are the orbs that are used to upgrade your gear. Now, if we look at hard mode, you get Tier 1 materials, Tier 2 materials, Tier 3 materials, Tier 4 materials. So you get all of the tier of materials that can drop, and you get 5 of each of the upgrade materials. Okay? Makes sense. You get a little bit more. Now, you'll notice normal doesn't get the Tier 4 materials, but that's okay, because you can still trade for them if you really end up in that situation for long enough. But again, you won't be stuck in normal the entire time. You will eventually hone to 1580. It's just not a rush. Makes sense? And if we take a look at the gold reward, you get 4,500 gold from normal with a 3k chest cost, right? And then you get 5,500 gold from hard with a 3.4k chest cost. So you make a bit more gold even if you buy the chest on hard versus normal, but it's not the end of the world. You're still making a clean 1,500 gold It's not bad. You're only losing out on what, 600 gold or something? It's not that bad. The 600 gold times however many weeks you would be running 1540 versus 1580 isn't going to make up the difference of gold you would spend on honing materials to get here, is my entire point. Apparently Raynor also helped on this, so thank you, Sivo and Raynor. You guys always make great infographics that I enjoy using, and I will link this in the description. And I just kind of wanted to visualize the material cost, like, just to show you kind of what I mean. So let's start at 1560. Let's assume you're 1560, you honed up to hard mode Elgacia 6, and this is where you've been, right? So this is where you are currently, you're 1560, and you want to get to 1580. So optimal materials in an average scenario, it's going to run you a total of about 200k raw gold, about 17 million raw silver, about 1.4 million honor shards, 2,700, 2,800 Oreha fusions, about 37k obliteration stones, and just under 120k protection stones, and just above 4k marvelous honors, using some solar graces on the weapon. That's kind of a lot of materials, right? But also, you have, what, 2.5 months or so to slowly work on getting to 1580, assuming you're already 1560. You could buy the materials you're missing now and just rush it, but why? I just don't think there's a reason to. Because if you take a look at this, yes, you're missing out on essentially 4 light orbs every week, right? Because I'm not considering that you're buying the auction, right? I'm not considering that. But if you're kind of a big man like that, I guess you could buy the auction. I never consider the auction, though. So 4 light orbs each, right? Each run that you're missing. It's not that much, you know? It saves you, what? Like 4 or 5 weeks of running? Something like that. I'm way too fried to do the math. Somebody smarter than me can do it, though, for sure. My point is, I don't think it's worth buying into the whole you need to be 1580 for Elgacia Kayangel shit. Because I don't think you do. Really, I don't. I think it's totally okay to take your time, relax, enjoy your summer, maybe focus on other games. Just do things that you want to do. You don't have to rush. You have time to get to a con, man. You really do. Trust me. Trust in me that trusts in you. Anyways, I think that'll about sum it up. I've rambled for long enough. I will speak to you guys in the next video, whenever that may be. JK, it'll be tomorrow, you already know. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you to my YouTube members, my tier 2s, Blitzel, Remix, My Life, I'm Nufu, Arizike, and Peachy. Thank you to my tier 1s, It's Biscuits, Ender, Diz, Clouded, Joxini, Dangerous. You guys are all the best. Consider becoming a YouTube member, get a cool Discord role, and you help me out and get a shout out, smile face. I think that about does it. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you all next time. Subscribe. Bye!